Dad, is now a good time?
Huh? Lily? I haven't heard from you in a while. What's up? You know, I'd love it if you showed your face around here sometimes. I miss you, you know. I've been settling into my new life of living alone ever since you flew the nest a year ago to get married pretty well, but I'd still like to see you sometimes. I'm your dad, sweetie.
Yeah, well, you see, it's not that I don't want to.
Huh? What is it then?
Well, there's something I was hoping I could talk to you about.
Oh, alright. Well, sure. Go ahead.
Ugh, my husband Frank just got back, so I'll have to shoot. Let's do this another time, okay? Sorry, Pops.
Sure. Got it. If you're ever in trouble, I want you to know you can message me anytime. Hey, Lily. You messaged your dad behind my back yesterday, didn't you? I know everything.
Huh? No, I didn't.
Do not lie to me, woman. I got done looking through your phone hours ago. You cut it off mid-discussion because I came home earlier than planned, didn't you? You lying lowlife. Don't bother trying to keep up the act, woman. Believe me, I'm already pissed enough as it is.
But my phone was locked. How did you...
The password was your dumb bitch mom who died 10 years ago's birthday, right? As if I wasn't gonna guess that. You think like a simpleton. It was so easy to guess, I got it on my first try.
Oh my god.
I made your instructions perfectly clear when we got married. I told you were to cut off all ties with your worthless loser of a dad, didn't I?
Please, Frank, don't do this. I'm begging you. Will you just cut me some slack on this one thing, please? He raised me all on his own after my mom passed away. I can't cut him out of my life.
So let me get this straight. Basically, you mean you're perfectly fine with me having my dad using his power and influence to make your dad's factory go bankrupt. That right?
That's,
If you don't like it, get him out of your life ASAP.
But please,
You know what happens, don't you, Lily? I know you know what happens when you act like this. So why even bother? It'll only end in misery for you.
Dad, help me.
Lily? What's wrong?
Frank kicked me out of the house.
He kicked you out? But we're in the middle of a major typhoon. It's not safe to be outside right now.
Yeah, that's why he kicked me out.
What the hell is going on here, Lily?
He's been telling me to cut all ties with you and never speak to you again for a long, long time now, but I couldn't do it, and when he saw me hesitating, he grabbed my phone and tossed it out into the backyard. It was like he was possessed by a demon. He pushed me flying out of the front door and locked it behind me.
In the middle of a typhoon? Where are you right now?
I'm taking shelter under the bus stop near our house. Do you know the one I mean?
Wait, do you mean the bus stop near the Johnson River? The one by the bridge?
Yes. I thought I could ride the bus to the station from here and make it to your place on my own. But when I got here, I realized I don't even have my purse.
Got it. I'll be there soon. But it's dangerous to be near a river during a typhoon this bad. Can you at least make it somewhere safe while I head to get you?
He threw me out in my pajamas, so I'm barefoot. I think I stood in some glass or something, and it hurts like hell to walk.
You don't even have shoes on. Alright, just hold tight, sweetie. I'll be there as soon as I can. Frank, is now a good time? Oh, aren't you Lily's dad? Been a long time, huh? Hope you're doing well, sir. Isn't the typhoon today awful? I'll see. So you're aware we're in the middle of an awful typhoon, then? Huh, yeah, of course. I'd have to be blind and deaf not to know this is a really bad one. The boss called and told me not to go into the office today, so I'm working remotely instead. I'll see. So you kick my daughter out barefoot in the middle of a horrible typhoon, while you sit working in safety at home without a care in the world. Huh. What exactly are you talking about? Lily's doing the dishes in the kitchen as we speak. Oh, that reminds me. She accidentally dropped her phone in the sink, so she can't message you right now. We're gonna drive out to the phone shop to get her a new one once the typhoon calms down, so sorry, but we'd appreciate it if you waited a little before trying to contact her. I don't plan on letting Lily go back to you. Huh? She's here with me right now. What? What the hell do you think you're playing at, boy? But I broke her phone. How the... Yeah, she told me all about how you tossed her phone into the yard in the middle of the worst typhoon the state of California has seen in 26 years. Fortunately, it landed on the lawn and is well known as being one of the best phones on the market for water resistance. After picking it up and getting herself to safety, she messaged me explaining all the horrible abuse you've been subjecting her to and begged me for help. I rushed out to help her in the middle of the typhoon as soon as I got the message. I barely recognised her, Frank. She weighs 35 kilograms for crying out loud. Seriously? It would appear you've been constantly pressuring her to break off all ties with me. Do you mind explaining why you did that? Whatever. I guess if you know it can't be helped, there's no use in trying to keep up the act anymore. I see. Does that mean you're finally going to man up? Show me your true colours? You want to know who I really am? I'm the son of the CEO of a major company, and I'm set to be president one day. And you, Andrew, you're nothing but the owner of one of my father's dozens of minor, insignificant subcontractor factories. You're nothing but a worm beneath my feet. We live in different worlds, peon. Different worlds. So what? I took your trashy production line working daughter and claimed as my own. What's the issue here? She should be grateful someone as powerful and respected as myself would even give her a look in. In return, it was her duty to live to serve me for the rest of her life and do my bidding at all times. But that goddamn stubborn blockhead refused to cut you out of her life. She had the nerve to disobey me, her husband, the lord of the manor, and the supreme master of her life. You can't seriously expect me to forgive impudence of that magnitude. It might seem cruel, but this is the only way to educate her in the ways of wifeliness and make her see sense. I kicked your dumbass daughter out barefoot to educate her in the ways of being a good wife. Sure, we might be in the middle of a typhoon, but hey, that ain't my problem. If anything, being kicked out in the middle of a typhoon might make her think even harder about her disgusting behavior. I see. You're saying some very messed up things here, Frank. Messed up? The only one who messed up here is you. How the hell did you raise your daughter for her to end up like this? This is why single parents should be eradicated from society. She doesn't belong to you anymore. You do know that, right? She's my wife, and I intend to educate her as such. Wonder if you'll have the decency to cut off ties with her and stop getting in my way. Just what the hell do you think my daughter is? I'll let you have her hand in marriage because I thought you'd make her happy. And what did you do? You trampled her hopes, expectations, and dreams underfoot as you terrorized, tormented, and abused her. What's your hecking goddamn point? The only one who needs educating here is you. Wow. Who's going to educate me? You? The owner of some insignificant, poxy rundown factory in the middle of bum shit nowhere. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Yeah, I sure am. Oh, I can't wait. This should be hilarious. Andrew, hello? Please, I'm begging you, forgive me. Please. What are you talking about? The thing with the business deal. You have to take it back, please. Please undo it. I'm begging you. This is going way too far. All I did was present your dad, the CEO of my biggest client company, collection of conditions for him to meet if we were to carry on doing business together. One of the conditions is to kick me out of the running for CEO when he steps down, isn't it? Make it sound a little dramatic, but yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, your dad's company is one of my biggest clients. However, there are many more companies I could do business with if we were to lose the contract for whatever reason. I can't say the same for him though. The parts he orders from my factory are extremely difficult to get a hold of elsewhere in the market due to patent issues. Not to mention the skill level of our technicians. Basically, if I said I wasn't going to renew the contract, your dad's company would be facing some pretty severe management difficulties before long. Oh, you thought the fact that your wife's dad was just a subcontractor, gave you full license to do whatever you pleased to her, didn't you? Sadly for you, it backfired. And now, thanks to your arrogance, the very future of his company is in jeopardy. You shouldn't bring personal grievances into business. This is wrong. It's immoral. You call yourself a professional. Personal grievances? Oh, this is nothing of the sort. How is it not? Oh, sure, this might have started out with private affairs, but no matter how you look at it, kicking my daughter out of the house in her pajamas, barefoot and terrified in the middle of a typhoon, is totally insane, devoid of reason. How could I allow someone so utterly lacking in humanity, without even a shred of basic decency, and not to mention common sense, to become the CEO of my biggest client company? Looking at this from a purely business perspective, after what you did, it'd be impossible for me to do business with you and have peace of mind that things on your end would be well run. As a result, I had no choice but to voice my concerns with the current CEO. Here's what I said. Were your son to inherit the company, I would be forced to terminate our contract. Accordingly, in order to continue our business relationship, I require that you appoint an alternative CEO and give me full guarantee that he will never wield any power in the executive decision-making process. Wait, so in that case, if I can get Lily to forgive me, then we can carry on with the contract like nothing happened, right? Excuse me? Right, understood. Give me some time. I'll have this whole thing sorted out in a jiffy. Hey, Lily, you dumb bitch. Undo the stupid mess you made. Make your dad forgive me. Now. If you do, I'll give you back your position of the wife of the future CEO.
Are you a complete moron?
Huh?
Do you have no conception of how you lost your position as future CEO in the first place? Do you have no conception of why my dad is pissed off with you? Do you fail to understand why I want to divorce you and never see you again?
Divorce?
Yep, I knew it. You still don't understand, do you? Not even after everything that happened as a result of the way you treated me. You were so convinced you had power over my dad due to the situation with your dad's company that you thought you could say and do whatever you pleased to me without any fear of consequences. Sadly for you, you couldn't have been more wrong. I have some self-reflecting of my own to do too. Don't get me wrong, nowhere near as much as you do, but I still need to ask myself some serious questions about what happened.
Right. You're right. So you are thinking about the way you behaved then. I'm really pleased to hear that, babe. All right, we'll chalk this one down to being entirely your fault and move on then. Okay, I'm ready for you to come home and apologize to me so we can go back to normal and put all this stupid crap with me losing my CEO post behind us.
Wait, what? Did you think I was making some kind of apology to you? You're more deluded than I thought. What I meant was that I need to ask myself why I knew so little about my dad's factory. I am mad with myself for not taking more of an interest in him and his work. But you? I never did anything wrong, and I don't have anything to apologize for.
What the hell is this? I'll never become CEO if we don't come up with a peaceable resolution here. Don't you want to be the CEO's wife?
So your response to me telling you we're getting a divorce is to try and tempt me with the prospect of being your wife in this fantasy world where you still get to become CEO? Are you too much of a moron to see how little sense that makes? If I cared about being the CEO's wife, I wouldn't be divorcing you in the first place, you idiot!
What did you just call me?
Besides, even if you weren't physically and emotionally abusive, I still wouldn't have any interest in being with you on behalf of the fact that you have been cheating on me.
Huh?
Surely you didn't think I wouldn't notice. You always did suck at hiding things. You and your lover can both expect a letter from my lawyer explaining how much compensation you're gonna owe me. You better not try and escape.
Andrew, are you there? Oh my god. I mean, I guess I could answer the phone. But you see, Frankie boy, thing is, I'm like to lose my temper as soon as I hear your miserable, wretched voice on the other end of it. Drive over to your house and beat you within an inch of your life. What? Something tells me it'd be in your interest never to message me again. What? But I guess if you're absolutely desperate to tell me something, I could give you a call. You should know that everything I just said about being highly likely to come and beat the crap out of you still stands. So, what's it going to be? No, no, please, don't hurt me. What did you guys learn from today's story? To me, it was a reminder that more often than not, people who look down on those they perceive to be weaker than them are always the first to brown-nose their superiors like subservient little lapdogs. I figured I'd do Frank, who was a living example of exactly that variety of vile human being, a huge favour by seeing to it that he met a fate fitting for the way he treated my daughter. After my daughter got done divorcing him, and after he lost his job at his dad's company, I put in a word for him with my friend who runs a company called Demon Quarry Foundation. Strictly speaking, they mine rocks and rare metals, but in reality it has a reputation as being somewhat of a reform organisation for society's delinquents. It has a track record of setting even the most wayward and unruly on the straight and narrow through good old-fashioned, intense manual labour. As well as re-educating him, his employment with my buddy also serves the purpose of helping him earn the money he owes my daughter in compensation. You should have seen his face when he found out he'd be working at the Demon Quarry Foundation. Judging from how pale he went, he knew all about them. Mentally unprepared for the arduous journey that lay before him, he was loaded into a black van like a lamb being led to the slaughter. See ya, Frank.
Hey, Mum, answer me a question. Aren't you ashamed to be leeching off Dad's salary like a parasite?
Huh?
This is why stay-at-home housewives are a blight on humanity and a drain on society.
Kane, where is this coming from all of a sudden? It's not like I just became a stay-at-home housewife yesterday.
I know that. You've been leeching off Dad ever since you married him, right? You really landed on your feet when you found him, huh? Basically, you haven't had a proper job and been a productive member of society ever since you tied the knot.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you think that way, but still, why now? It's hardly like I became a stay-at-home housewife yesterday.
I'm telling you these hard truths now, because now is when you need to hear them. It's been 6 years since my sister flew the nest, right? And 2 for me. Think of me putting you in your place right now as an insurance policy. Or think about it. If, God forbid, something should happen to Dad, who's going to be left to feed, clothe and shelter you? Me and my sister. Hey, Sue.
Well, that's simply not true at all. I became a housewife after a lengthy discussion with your father. Believe me, it wasn't a decision we took lightly at all. I don't need you to tell me that it'd be awkward for you and your sister to have to look after me. That much is obvious. We have contingencies in place to ensure that doesn't happen, so you don't need to worry.
You say that, but you're still a stay-at-home housewife.
And what's wrong with that? If there's something you want to say, how about you come here and say it to us in person?
Huh?
If you're so set on putting me in my place, then come over here and do it to my face. Your father will be here, I'll call your sister, and we can all discuss it together as a family.
Well, to be honest, I have more important things to do right now.
Your father and I are totally fine with the current situation, and we built this household on the mutual understanding that it was what we both wanted. If you feel so passionately about repudiating the way we live, then you should at least have the courage to come here and do it to our faces. We're happy to discuss it with you, I assure you.
Well,
when should we be expecting you? Your sister will have to make time in her schedule, so I suggest you decide quickly. Now.
No, that's not what I meant, actually.
Then what did you mean?
Well, I have important business to attend to and I have to go.
You wait right there, Kane. I'm not finished with you. Mom, did you see the X account I just sent you? Victoria. Yes, I saw it. As much as it pains me to say it, as far as I can see, there's only one rational explanation for this. It's Kane. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Looking at his past tweets, there are a few photos mixed in that make it obvious it could only be him. Oh, good grief, whatever are we going to do with that boy? It would be one thing if he kept his antics confined to the house, but to think he's doing it on social media for all to see like this? Ugh, I'm embarrassed to have him as my brother. Seriously, how the heck did he get this way? It defies belief. To be honest, I wasn't sure whether I should show you. Soon enough, he's gonna have no choice but to face a certain harsh reality. So I thought maybe I should keep it quiet for the time being, but nope, I just couldn't keep it quiet. I had to show you. Oh, don't worry, sweetie. You did the right thing, and I'm grateful to you for it. Thank you. Kane, are you attacking stay-at-home housewives on social media?
Huh?
Your sister contacted me after finding what appears to be your X account.
Huh? What the heck? All I ever post on X is trivial reflections of my daily life and pictures of my cat.
Not that one. Your secret account.
Huh?
Yes, we found you, boldly spewing your poisonous hatred and bile towards stay-at-home housewives to the world from a fully public account. When I saw the photos from your daily life obviously indicating it was you mixed in with the hate, I naturally found myself overwhelmed with disgust at how you think it's acceptable to talk about housewives like that. But also disappointment and regret at how stupidly irresponsible you could be to give yourself away so blatantly.
I don't remember uploading photos like that.
The watch your dad sent you to celebrate your graduation ceremony, the mole on your arm and the picture of you wearing the watch, the background of the university campus apartment you currently live in, the illustration books your sister made for the whole family in the background of that picture of your cup of noodles were an especially big giveaway. How can you deny it's your account when you made it so blatantly obvious?
God damn and blast it. Crap.
What on earth do you think you're doing here, son? We never raised you to be this way.
I'm just telling the truth. Is that a crime? Is it wrong to say what I really think?
You're free to think what you like. I can't say I agree with you, but it wouldn't necessarily be a problem if you kept your hateful ideas to yourself. But to think you're boldly broadcasting your poison for the whole world to see, this is unacceptable, Kane.
Shut up, you annoying old hag.
Yes, I'm sure I am nothing but an annoying old hag to you. But there are some things I have a duty and obligation to say to you as your mother.
And there are some things I have a duty and obligation to tell the world, as a productive and contributing member of society.
There are some things you shouldn't say. How is it that you made it to adulthood without learning such a simple lesson?
Who the heck do you think you're preaching at, you goddamn hypocrite? You just spent the last 20 years living like a princess without ever lifting a finger as a stay-at-home housewife because Dad's too much of a pushover to put you in your place. How is it that the only skill you've learned in 50 years is how to leech and parasite off of others? You're a lazy, idle, indolent, slothful, loafing, inactive, inert, slow-moving, work-shy piece of garbage. Know your place, worm.
Oh my God, Kane, are you being serious? Is this all some kind of ridiculous act, or are you actually like this?
What's the problem? It's the truth, ain't it?
I see. And what the hell do you know about us? It's a simple question. What do you know about me and your father?
Mum?
I told you to come to the house so we could talk this over in person before, but I've changed my mind. You just crossed the line. Don't you dare show your face around here until we've decided what to do with you, boy. Do you hear me? Do I make myself clear? Hello, Kane, you moronic twerp.
Hey, Victoria. Don't speak to me like that, you stupid bitch. Me and you have beef to settle. Why the hell did you go and tell Mum about my secret account?
Believe me, it wasn't an easy decision to make. I can't believe you actually think it's acceptable to spew such hatred and bile towards an entire segment of society online. But the fact that I'd stumbled onto it meant it was only a matter of time before Mom did. Which is why I thought the earlier I told her, the more chance there'd be of you changing your ways in the long run.
Well, thanks to you, Mum gave me the lecture to end all lectures yesterday. God damn you. You think I needed to hear any of that crap?
Did you know she was a hard-working career woman before she got married?
What? Say what now?
But then, one day, Dad's little sister, who was a single mother, abandoned her 5-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son in her apartment and pulled a vanishing act.
Wow, what?
To Dad, they were his niece and nephew. But when he found them in his sister's apartment, it had been 10 days since their mom left them there, and they were so skinny and malnourished he barely recognized them.
Victoria, why are you telling me this?
Don't worry about that. All you need to do is listen. Dad's sister was found later on. But when Dad confronted her about what she did, she said she was moving to Italy to marry her boyfriend, and that she didn't need the kids because, to quote her, they were nothing but an inconvenience. With that, the 2 children who'd just been abandoned by their mother were adopted by our newly married parents.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say the woman who abandoned those kids was Dad's little sister? Wait a second. If Mum and Dad adopted them, are you talking about us?
Yes.
What? So does that mean me and you, Mum and Dad are...
Yes. Dad's not actually our dad. He's our uncle. We do still have a blood relation to him. But as for Mom, well, yeah. I think you can put 2 and 2 together.
Oh my God. Is this some kind of sick joke?
This isn't the kind of thing I joke about, Kane. Anyway, like I said earlier, when Mom and Dad met, Mom was a hard-working career woman. She was at a crucial point in her life, finding herself standing at a crossroads and with little time to make a decision. Would she pursue the promotion and continue walking the path to CEO she dreamed of ever since she was a little girl? Of course, it would have meant breaking things off with Dad, getting a divorce, and finding a new partner, someone more suited to the kind of life she wanted to live. She did have other options, and it couldn't have been an easy decision to make. And the truth is, Dad actually told her he wouldn't hold it against her if she chose to divorce him. He felt awful about the thought of problems on his side of the family causing Mom to have to give up on her dream. But even in spite of that, she chose to give up on the career she'd always dreamed of to raise me and you as our mother.
What?
I'm sure a big part of her wanted to carry on pursuing her career, but the situation back then probably made that difficult. Mainly, I mean the situation with my condition.
What's that supposed to mean?
You probably don't remember because you were only 1 at the time. But I was 5, which meant I was old enough to understand what was going on. When I realized Mom had abandoned us, the shock hit me so hard my world was flipped upside down, and I became extremely emotionally unstable. Juggling caring for 2 small children with a full-time job would be difficult at the best of times. But me being a nervous wreck carrying around a bunch of trauma made it doubly so.
So that's why she quit her job?
Yes. There's no doubt about it. It must have been the most difficult decision of her life. Can you imagine? One day you're just going about your business as usual, focusing on pursuing your dream. Things are going fairly well. Then out of nowhere, you're hit with the bombshell of having 2 small children dumped on you and forced to make a decision that would change your life forever. Of course, it was entirely her decision, but in the end, it inevitably meant giving up on the career she'd been pursuing with absolute single-minded devotion ever since she was a teenager.
Oh my God. Mum.
That's not all, Kane. The fact that me and you have no younger siblings means she gave up on having children of her own. Do you understand the gravity of that?
Oh my God. She did that for us.
Yes, she did it for us. She did it for all of us.
Oh my God. But I said some awful stuff to Mum the other day.
Yes, you did.
I had no idea, but that doesn't excuse what I did, does it? Oh my God.
No, it doesn't.
But even if I tried to apologise, Victoria, I think she's blocked me. None of my messages seem to be going through. That she told me not to show my face at the house anymore too, Victoria. What am I supposed to do? How can I make this right?
You can start by deleting that horrible secret account of yours. Oh, but before you do, you should make a public apology for everything you posted on there.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'll tell Mom about your change of heart as soon as I see the proof in your apology message. Also, you should still be able to message Dad, so it's not like it's completely impossible to get through to her. As for what you should say to Mom and how you decide to behave towards her from now on, I'll let you decide. You've got some serious thinking to do about the kind of person you want to be from here on out, Kane.
You're right. I do have some thinking to do.
Victoria, you told Kane the truth about your mother, didn't you? Oh, hey, Mom. Yes, I did. Dad told me he gave you permission when you told him how horribly Kane had been behaving lately. I'm sorry you had to do that, sweetie. It can't have been an easy thing for you to do. It's okay. You don't need to apologize. Besides, I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I went and told him the truth about us being adopted behind your back. You were actually planning to tell him once he reached age 20, right? Yes, that's right. Oh, but it's fine. As long as your dad said he was okay with it, then it's fine by me. It looks like Kane deleted his secret account. Yes, I just saw myself. He posted an apology message before deleting the account 2 days later. But still, I have no idea what would possess him to write such horrible things in the first place. About that, I asked him about it. It turns out, one of his seniors in university, who he looks up to and admires in a big way, got brutally rejected in front of the whole lecture hall by a girl he'd had the mother of all crushes on for the last year. That girl then dropped out of university, quit her job, and married the son of a rich family. Apparently, she currently spends her days broadcasting her life of carefree luxury as a stay-at-home housewife on social media, having everything provided for her and never having to lift a single finger. When Kane's friend told him about the situation and vented his frustrations about how much he hated her for what she did, instead of putting it down to the actions of one rotten apple, he decided the whole barrel was spoiled and launched into a vicious tirade against all stay-at-home housewives. They're a blight on humanity. They're social parasites. You know how it went. Anyway, my little brother, being naive in the ways of the world and easily influenced by his friend, whom he idolized, started parroting everything he was saying, and before you know it, he made a secret X account to disseminate his toxic sludge. I see. So that's how this all came about, is it? Come to think of it, I'm somehow not surprised. That boy always was easily influenced by his friends, wasn't he? Yeah, and I pointed that out to him. I told him he should use this as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth, and become someone who can think for himself without blindly parroting the opinions of others. I see. But wait, there's more. Apparently, Kane Sr.'s online attacks against his despised ex-crush got so vicious and severe they crossed the bounds of mere hatred and onto actual defamation territory. Kane thought it was strange when he stopped seeing him around the campus, and after asking around a little, found out the girl had hired a lawyer and was pressing charges against him. When he realized how expensive fighting the legal battle was going to be, he had no choice but to drop out. Goodness me, what a terrible situation! On the bright side, I think seeing what happened to his friend has opened Kane's eyes to how out of line he was being. I think in his own way, he's experiencing genuine feelings of remorse. I know you might not be able to forget all of those things he said to you overnight, but do you think maybe you could be lenient with him? You're right. Okay, I will. You know, dear, I've been thinking. I think I might finally be ready to start working again soon. Huh? Where did that come from all of a sudden? It doesn't particularly have anything to do with the situation with Kane. But with you two growing up now, my responsibilities around the house aren't as heavy as they used to be. Your dad recently suggested I take up evening classes, and it got me thinking. Forget evening classes, I want to work again, was the first thought that crossed my mind. You can take the career woman out of the job, but you can't take the job out of the career woman. For the time being, I'm thinking of starting with something small, like cleaning for an office building or supermarket. I plan on getting to work with job hunting over the next few days. Wow, cool. You can do this, Mom. And don't I just know it? Thank you, Victoria. A month later, a message from my son arrived in the mail. Victoria had already told me to expect a letter of apology, so I opened it immediately without hesitation. First, it simply said, "I'm sorry." Then it went on to say, "Thank you so much for raising me, Mom. I swear to graduate university at the top of my class and make a success of my life to show you how grateful I am for the hard work and sacrifices you made for me and my sister. I can't wait for you to see the man I become." Then it went on to say, "If you can find it in your heart to forgive me, I'd love nothing more than to carry on being your son. I don't want him to think I'm going easy on him, so I think I'll hold off sending him a response letter for the time being. But based on what I've heard, he's being sincere, because apparently he's currently working as a volunteer at an animal shelter and studying harder than he ever has in his life. Thanks for watching, folks. If you were impressed by Kane's maturity at the end there, let us know by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. We can't wait to see you again next time.
Mom, what's with all the notifications? Did something happen? Did you get in an accident? Did Dad collapse? I'm so sorry, I haven't been checking my phone at all today.
It's nothing. Now quit your over-dramatic whining. Me and you need to talk, young man. I didn't raise my son to be a coward, so you get your butt to my house right now and face the music.
Huh? Wait a sec. Where did that come from all of a sudden?
All of a sudden? Are you delusional? Why does it always have to be like this with you? When will you learn to give it a rest? You pawn your daughter off on me every day. What the hell do you think you're playing at? Not only that, but you actually had the nerve to leave her out on my front porch when I didn't answer the door today? What would you have done if something happened to her? What if she wandered off and got into an accident, or worse, abducted by some pervert? She's only 2 years old, you heartless monster. You have barely been a dad for 2 years, but you never work and you spend all your time drinking and gambling. As if that wasn't bad enough, you pester your poor wife for money so that you can go and blow it all at that damn casino. Have you no shame? You're a disgrace. Do you have any idea how embarrassing this is for me? To know that my son is a leeching waste of space with a gambling addiction?
Whoa, what the hell? Hold on for just 1 second, Mom. What the hell are you talking about? I have literally no idea what anything you just said means. Who's looking after who?
Do not play dumb with me, boy. I won't have it anymore. I am obviously talking about you dumping little Bethany on me every day. I kept my mouth shut up until now because your wife Nora asked me not to say anything. But I can't take it anymore. I am stressed beyond my wits' end, and I won't tolerate your behavior for a second longer. This needs to end now. First you lose your job and don't tell me about it, and now you spend all day, every day at a casino spending your wife's hard-earned money. Do you have any idea how hard she works at her part-time job to earn that money? It's bad enough that she has to work all while raising a little girl. The last thing she needs is you throwing her money down the drain. Nora has no choice but to leave Bethany with me at my house so she can actually go to work. You are a disgrace and should be ashamed of yourself. You call yourself a man? A father? How can you even sleep at night? Do you have any idea how your despicable, selfish behavior is making your daughter feel? Aren't you worried about the impact it could have on her development?
No, seriously, can you just slow down? Look, I'm not kidding. I genuinely don't have any idea what you're talking about. Look, my daughter's here with me at the office.
Huh? What are you talking about? That's not possible.
No, that's my line. Of course it's possible. I brought her with me this morning. Look, she's playing in the company kindergarten as we speak.
The company kindergarten? I've never heard of anything like that before.
Sure. Haven't you seen it in the news lately? About the efforts to make child raising easier for parents who work? Well, a lot of the more progressive companies have started initiatives to provide kindergartens and childcare facilities at work. Fortunately, it just so happens that I work for one of the most progressive companies in America. They're spearheading the movement and were the first company to introduce fully equipped kindergartens with study materials, play areas, and trained teachers. She first started with the settle-in sessions about half a year ago. She's more or less used to it now. Already has a bunch of friends. It's really handy having her with me in the company HQ like this. It means I can go check on her during my breaks, and I never have to go far to pick her up when it's home time. She spends the whole day here while I do my job 2 floors down. So when you say you've been looking after my daughter, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. And I'm especially stumped on all this stuff about me quitting my job to drink and gamble with money I pestered out of Nora. I've literally never set foot in a casino in my life, and I hardly ever drink.
Huh? What the hell? How can that be? You mean Bethany's with you now? Then who's this girl I'm looking after?
You tell me. Well, I can assure you I have a job and I work almost every day. I don't even drink for crying out loud, but you're making it sound like I'm some kind of alcoholic. I bring Bethany to work with me every day.
So what the hell's going on? What was all that stuff Nora told me?
Yeah, I'd like to know what's going on too. How about you explain to me from the beginning?
Right, okay. Well, it all started about 3 months ago. I got a message from Nora out of the blue. Hey, Marjorie, how's it going? Is now a good time to talk? Oh, hey there, Nora. Oh, it's been a while. I'm doing great, thanks. How are you and little Bethany doing? Oh, that lazy good-for-nothing son of mine never tells me anything. Me and Bethany are doing just great, thanks. I'm really sorry we couldn't show our faces for your birthday or Christmas this year. Oh, it's fine. Oh, don't worry about it. You're so busy, you must be constantly rushed off your feet, right? I don't expect you to go out of your way to see me, dear. Oh, it's fine. I'm happy if you just update me with the occasional message every now and then. It's not like you're super far away, is it? I'm sure you'll stop by and pay me a visit when things calm down for you, but there's no rush, really. Oh, forgive me, I'm rambling. Did you want something? Yes, actually. I was hoping you could do me a little favor. A favor? Would you mind watching Bethany for a little while for me tomorrow? I just need you to watch her for half a day. Huh? Oh, you want me to watch Bethany? Oh, sure. I mean, I guess it's not a problem. Oh, did something happen? Oh, this is very sudden. Well, Marjorie, the thing is, I found a part-time job recently. Or at least, I think I might be in with a good shot of getting it. I have my interview tomorrow. Huh? A part-time job? Last I heard, you were struggling to find a kindergarten for Bethany. I thought you were going to carry on being a stay-at-home housewife until you found something. Yeah, about that. There were some circumstances. Listen, I'm not sure what the best way to tell you this is, so I'm just going to come straight out with it. It's about Craig. His company did a restructure, and he lost his job. What? Craig lost his job? Apparently they did a big personnel cut, and he didn't make it. But it's fine. Don't worry. He said he's going to work hard and find something else as soon as he possibly can. I'm sure he'll have something else lined up in no time. Really? Wow, I must say I can't believe it. Why didn't he tell me himself? Maybe I could have found him something through one of our relatives. To tell you the truth, I have a sneaking suspicion he found being indirectly fired a little too embarrassing to tell his mom about. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, Craig can be very prideful, not to mention his stubborn personality. He's still recovering from the shock and can be pretty easy to agitate these days, so I think it's for the best that you don't mention any of this to him for the time being. I'd hate to see him lose all the motivation to find another job if you said something and he felt like we were all ganging up on him. He's under a lot of pressure right now. Anyway, I figured I should find myself some part-time work until he gets a job offer lined up, which is why I'm asking you about Bethany today. So, what do you say, Marjorie? Do you think you might be able to help us out? We're kind of in a pinch here. Oh, in that case, of course I'll help, darling. Oh, it's not like me or my husband are especially busy these days. If it's what you and Bethany want, we'll look after her for as long as you need us to. Wow, really? Oh, thank you so much. I'll bring everything she needs with me when I drop her off. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Marjorie, would you mind watching Bethany again for us today? I'm really sorry to message you this early. I wouldn't if there was any other way, I swear. But someone at the convenience store I work at called in sick for their shift at the last minute. And the manager called me on urgent notice and asked me to cover. Oh, sure thing. Oh, not a problem. We don't have any plans today. But is everything okay? Oh, we've been looking after her every day recently. Are you sure you're not being overworked? It's fine. I'm all right. I do get a little sleepy sometimes, but there's nothing a strong cup of coffee won't fix. Thanks for worrying about me, though. You're the best mother-in-law a girl could hope for. But are you sure everything's okay with you two? What exactly is Craig doing? I was sure he'd have found something else by now. How is the job hunt going? Well, you know how hard it can be to find a job these days. The market's a mess and the economy's in the gutter. Apparently it's not going so great. I knew it. Oh, right then, how about I speak to some of our relatives and see if we can't have something arranged for him? I didn't want to get involved, but we can't have the breadwinner being unemployed, especially not when you have a little girl to think about now. You must be very worried. No, I'm not. It's fine, really. Craig's hardworking, experienced, and he has more qualifications than he could fit on a single resume. He'll find something soon, I'm sure of it. Will he really? Oh, besides, I'm not sure it's the best idea for you to get involved. It could be a little inconvenient. Inconvenient? How do you mean? Listen, Marjorie, the thing is, I haven't told Craig you've been looking after Bethany all this time. I've told him I've been leaving her at a daycare center. Huh? But why would you do that? Isn't that lying? Because Craig is adamant he doesn't want you or anyone else in your family to know he lost his job because he's too embarrassed about it. He says he plans on telling you he switched jobs of his own volition when he finds a new one. You know how guys and their pride can be. If he found out I'd been leaving Bethany with you, he'd know I told you about him losing his job. His pride would be wounded and he'd be angry with me to boot. I can already hear him in my head now. How dare you cause trouble for my mother? Good grief, what is wrong with that boy? You mean to tell me you're having to go to these ridiculous lengths to protect his fragile pride? Oh, that's stubborn, lazy, good-for-nothing layabout. There's something else you should know. He's been drinking an awful lot lately. The strong stuff, too. Vodka, whiskey, gin, you name it, he's drinking it. I don't know if that's why, but his temper is as short as a matchstick these days. I constantly feel like I'm walking around on eggshells, worried I'll say the wrong thing and he'll blow up at me again. So, Marjorie, please, I'm begging you, will you promise not to tell him about any of this? If he finds out I told you he lost his job and that you've been looking after Bethany all this time, I'm not sure what he'll do. I'm sure he'll get a hold of himself once he finds another job. I think the stress is all just a bit too much for him right now. This whole thing will resolve itself before long. I just know it. So please, Marjorie, I'm counting on you. Understood. Oh, this is ultimately something that the two of you need to sort out between yourselves. All right, got it. I'll make sure not to say anything unless I have absolutely no choice. You have my word. Thanks so much. You're the best. All right, I'm counting on you. I'll stop by with Bethany soon. Nora, has Craig still not found a job? It's been a whole 2 months now. How long is this going to continue? It's not that we mind looking after Bethany, but neither me nor my husband are the spring chickens we once were, and you know how energetic that girl can be sometimes. Oh, to tell you the truth, we're struggling to keep up with her. Looking after her every day is proving to be challenging. I really am so sorry. I feel so awful leaving my little girl on my aged in-laws like this. But Craig still hasn't found a job. I feel awful. We're putting a lot of strain on you, huh? No, dear, it's fine. I'm not blaming you or anything. I know it can't be helped, and I don't think for one moment you're doing anything wrong. To the contrary, I can tell how hard you're working. This is my lazy, good-for-nothing son's fault. I'm so sorry we haven't been able to improve things. I know it's dragging on now. But to be completely honest with you, it's actually getting worse. I hate to have to ask you this. I really do. But there's another favor I need to ask of you. A favor? What is it? I know this is going to sound brazen and arrogant, and believe me, I feel awful for even asking. But please, could you lend me some money? Money? Are you two really struggling that badly with your finances? I'd rather you didn't mention this to anyone else, but to tell you the truth... Listen, Marjorie, it's Craig. He got addicted to gambling. What did you just say? Gambling? I'm pretty sure it's due to the mental fatigue and stress from all the job hunting he's been doing lately. But apparently one of his old buddies from high school invited him out for some drinks, followed by a few rounds of poker. He didn't have any money of his own to go with, but at the same time, I'm guessing he felt embarrassed about admitting that to his friend, so he took a huge wad of banknotes from our savings account without my permission. Oh my God! What on earth is he doing? I'll kill him, that silly boy! Right, that's it. This simply will not do. There's nothing else for it. I have to say something to him. No, please don't. It's fine, really. He hasn't been himself lately, and his head's not in a good place right now. I'm sure he'll realize the error of his ways before long if we just give him some time. I'd appreciate if you'd give us some time to get over this trouble as a couple. Please, will you believe in us, Marjorie? As soon as Craig finds a new job, I'll pay you back every last cent of what you lent me. I promise. And as my way of saying thank you, I'll take you and your husband out for a meal. You pick the restaurant. Please. Oh, come on, Nora. I don't need fancy meals out. I just need to know that things are okay for you and my son. But if that's how you want to do things, then I suppose it's not my place to say otherwise. Fine, I'll lend you some money, but only a little. I'll get it ready before you drop Bethany off today. I'll hand it to you when I see you. Thank you so much. Hey, Marjorie. I'm sorry to message you so early. Can you look after Bethany again today? I'll grab that money off you while I'm there too, if you don't mind. Excuse me? Hold on a second, Nora. I already told you I couldn't do today, didn't I? Huh? You did? What was the reason again? I'm going on vacation with the girls from the Senior Citizens Community Group today, and I won't be back until the day after tomorrow. I did tell you I wouldn't be home, right? What? Do you have any idea what kind of a difficult situation this puts me in? I have work today. You have to look after Bethany. Could you cancel your vacation, please? You can't just spring this on me out of nowhere and expect me to cancel. I have had this vacation planned for months now. I can't cancel on the day. So you're telling me your vacation's more important to you than your own granddaughter? I'm serious, Marjorie. If you don't look after her today, I will be in serious trouble. My job could be on the line here. But whose fault do you think it is that I am constantly working like a dog in the first place? Your son's fault, that's who. Well, that's... Anyway, I already left her outside on the front porch. I'm sorry, but I really do have to go now. I'm really counting on you this time, Marjorie. Thanks. What? Nora, no! Wait a second. So, that's what happened. I was sure you turned into a gambling-addicted alcoholic. After losing your job in a corporate restructure, I thought you were forcing your wife to work ungodly hours while taking all of her earnings to fund your whiskey and poker marathons.
Well, this is the first I've heard of any of it. That's the biggest pile of bullcrap I've ever heard in my life. I'm still working in the same old job as always, and Bethany's here at the office with me. I've literally never gambled in my life. Why would you believe such blatant lies?
You're right. Now that I think about it, a lot of what she was telling me didn't make sense, but I suppose I just wanted to trust her, Craig. She is your wife, after all. But the longer it went on, the more brazen her demands became, and before long, she got outright aggressive. I'm sorry, son, I wasn't thinking straight, or rather seeing that girl stood waiting for me outside on the porch like that after making it clear I had plans startled me a little. I had to cancel the vacation I'd been looking forward to for months, and to tell you the truth, it made me angry. And that was when I thought the little girl I'd been looking after all this time was Bethany. Now you're telling me she isn't. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Right. This whole thing has been pretty damn chaotic for you, huh? Hold on tight, okay? I'm gonna have a word with the boss about clocking out early today. I'll be over at your place in a jiffy, alright? Then, I'm gonna get some answers out of my lying wife. You just wait. I'm gonna come down on her like a ton of bricks, I promise you. We'll get to the bottom of whatever's going on here real soon. Nora, what are you doing right now? There's something I need to talk to you about. Is now a good time?
What do you want? I'm a little busy right now. Would you mind waiting till later?
You sure you can afford to put this off? How about I take this kid you've been leaving with my mom to the cops?
Huh?
Ma told me everything. I found out you have a part-time job. I also found out that you work so many hours there you had to keep leaving Bethany with my mom. Back when my company said we could leave Bethany at their in-house kindergarten, and I suggested you look for part-time work to garnish the finances, what with having more free time on your hands, you insisted on carrying on as a stay-at-home housewife, didn't you? You were awfully stubborn, too. So imagine my shock when I find out you've been working a part-time job behind my back for the last few months.
Wait a sec. No, you're wrong. This is all a big misunderstanding.
Which part am I misunderstood about exactly? You need to explain what the hell is going on here, Nora, because it doesn't look good from where I'm standing. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'll be hiring a private investigator to confirm everything for me later, so there's no use lying. If you're honest with me now, maybe there's still a chance, but if you insist on lying, I swear I'll never forgive you.
Fine, I'll tell you everything. Just don't get the police involved. If you do that, his wife will find out.
His wife? Whose wife?
The little girl I've been leaving with your mom. She's my boyfriend's daughter.
What the hell? Your boyfriend's daughter?
I'm so sorry. Listen, Craig, the truth is, I've been cheating on you this whole time.
What? Cheating? On me? What the heck? Since when?
since about half a year ago when Bethany started her settle-in period at your company's kindergarten. I got really lonely at the house without you or Bethany around. It was around that time I hit it off with a guy I met on social media. We started meeting up a little while back, a coffee here, a meal there. You see, his wife's a career woman, and his role is more like the house husband, which meant he normally stayed home and looked after their daughter while she worked. But the kid was nothing but a nuisance whenever we went on dates, so we had to leave her somewhere. That's where your mom came in. I figured she hadn't seen Bethany much lately, and my boyfriend's kid is a girl, plus she and Bethany look kind of similar, so I didn't think she'd notice. Which is why I lied to your mom that my boyfriend's kid was Bethany and asked her to look after her.
What the hell? What in the holy frickin' spirit's name am I even reading?
I lied about having a part-time job too. The truth is, I was out on dates with my boyfriend. His wife got dispatched to Seattle on a super short-notice business trip today. So he was all on his own since first thing this morning. He offered to take me out for a drive, and that's why I was in such a rush.
So that's why you were so desperate to dump that random kid on my mom's doorstep. To go out driving with your lover. Then the truth finally came out when my mom reached her wit's end and messaged me demanding an explanation. You disgust me more than words can express. Did you seriously think you could get away with this forever? You're lucky you were able to pull the wool over our eyes for as long as you did with a lie this bare-faced. I guess we share some responsibility for letting you fool us for 3 whole months, too. Anyway, let me get this straight. By the time I suggested you started looking for work back then, you already cheated on me?
Yes, the money I borrowed from your mom, it was so I could keep going out on dates with my boyfriend.
You're the worst. Despicable. Filth in human form. I can't believe this. You left your boyfriend's kid with my mom so you could cheat on me.
But I told you, Craig, I was lonely. What did you expect? You left me home alone all the time, but a woman has needs, Craig. Needs. Besides, I didn't feel confident I could find a job. I have a big gap in my resume from these years spent looking after Bethany, and I never was much of a people person anyway. You could never understand what I was going through. But my boyfriend was different because he understood me. He understood everything. Do you have any idea how hard I've been working on keeping on top of things at home and raising Bethany all this time? Surely the least I deserve is a little break to let my hair down every now and then. Anyway, what's the problem? Your mom got to play with her granddaughter, didn't she? She loved having her. You should be grateful. It's not like I was causing anyone any trouble.
You have the nerve to get angry with me. And please, how is this not causing trouble for my mom? Do you have any idea how angry she is with you? She didn't get to play with her granddaughter. She got to play with your boyfriend's kid while you were out getting piped.
Well, if she's angry, maybe she shouldn't have unquestioningly agreed to look after her every time I asked her all this time. You can hardly blame me if I took her for granted a little. Not only that, but she gave me money whenever I asked for it. If your mom knew how to say no, none of this would have happened. Your mom made me this way. I mean, seriously, who forgets what their own granddaughter looks like? Sure, you could make the case that I'm partially at fault here, but there's no way I'm the only one in the wrong.
I've heard enough of this crap. Don't bother coming home.
Huh?
You're out driving with Loverboy at the minute, right? Well, don't bother coming home. We're getting a divorce.
What? No, please don't do this. I'm begging you, baby. Can't we just talk this through like mature, responsible adults before making hasty decisions in the heat of the moment? Don't throw away what we have. I don't want a divorce.
I don't care what you want. I can't stay with someone like you. I'll never be able to trust another word that comes out of your mouth.
Jesus, Craig, all I did was cheat on you once. It's hardly the end of the world. Surely you can forgive me this one time. Bethany's still a baby. She needs both of her parents. Divorce will ruin her childhood. How could you be so selfish?
Yeah, you're right. Bethany does need both of her parents, which is why nothing you're saying right now makes any sense. You got some nerve to play the doting parent card when you spent the last 3 months gallivanting around and eating at fancy restaurants with your boyfriend, using the money in the savings account we set up for Bethany's college fund.
Well, that was,
That money was supposed to be for our daughter's future. That money was there to ensure that she had the best shot in life we could possibly give her. But you spent all of it behind my back. You know, I kind of had a bad feeling when I was on my way to my mom's place after she messaged me. So I checked on the savings account. I could barely believe what I was seeing. I saw you'd been withdrawing it in huge chunks ever since around the time your affair started. Now, our daughter's future fund contains a grand total of $3.
No, that was,
I did wonder what the hell you could have been spending it on, but I never thought it would be an affair. You know, I think I would have preferred if you'd been using it to buy expensive branded bags or accessories or anything but that. It's the betrayal that stings the most. I can't believe you spent the money we were saving up on our daughter's future to fool around with your lover. You have no right to call yourself a mother.
No, wait, you've got this all wrong, I swear. Please, won't you just hear me out?
There's no value in listening to a word you have to say. Me and Bethany won't be coming back to the house for a little while. You know where my mom lives, so we won't be going there either. There's no point in looking for us, so don't bother. If you have anything else to say to me, it goes through my lawyer. Do I make myself clear?
Please, wait, I'm begging you. Craig, please, I'm serious. Wait, I can't bear to lose you.
As for your boyfriend's kid, my dad took her to the nearest police station 2 hours ago. Apparently her mom's already on the way out to collect her.
Oh my god, what?
Looks like your life's about to get seriously rough, Nora. Anyway, I have nothing more to say to you. This conversation is over. All communications go through my lawyer from now on. If you message me, I'll block you. Goodbye. After that, I rented a weekly apartment for me and Bethany to stay in while we got back on our feet. Predictably, Nora attempted to launch an assault on my mom's house, but like I already told her, we weren't there. Given how furious my mom and dad were with her, showing up at their house wasn't the smartest move. My dad stormed outside, exploded in anger with the rage of 1,000 suns, and promptly sent her on her way. A crumpled, dispirited mess. A few days later, we all sat down with our lawyers to hash things out. Both Nora and her boyfriend ended up being charged massive sums in compensation and child support by both me and her boyfriend's wife. As for custody of Bethany, I won it, after a short legal battle in court. After that, Nora and her boyfriend moved into a cheap apartment in the rough part of town. Last I heard, they're both juggling several jobs in a desperate attempt to come up with crazy amounts of compensation they owe us. According to the neighbors, their apartment is a constant war zone. I guess the stress of having no choice but to work several jobs they hate has them constantly at each other's throats. I was getting messages begging for help every day. But of course I blocked her. Can you believe she palmed someone else's kid off onto my mom while she was out cheating on me? I swear, you couldn't make it up. Hopefully, she uses this as an opportunity to self-reflect and become a better person. Oh, and to pay me my compensation, of course. As for my family, we all moved house to permanently eliminate the risk of Nora ever showing up on our doorsteps again. I don't know whether it was due to the upheaval, but Bethany did seem a little stressed for a while. Thankfully, she's back to her bubbly old self now. My daughter is my #1 priority, and I'll do whatever I can to make her happy. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We can't wait to see you again next time.
Hey, Mom. Are you okay? Dad's funeral's about to start. Where are you?
Oh my, I didn't realize the time.
Please, get over here as soon as you can. We can't start without you. While Dad was sick, I took care of him the whole time. So at least help out now that he's gone. It's the least you can do, Mom.
All right, hold your horses. You're always so impatient. Sandy, pick up, would you? Where did you disappear to? I said I wanted to talk to you after the funeral. Why didn't you wait for me?
I just took Uncle Frank to the airport. They just boarded the flight back home. I just got back to the parking lot. I'll be back in about an hour.
An hour, huh? Why didn't you just wait until later in the evening?
They already have reserved their tickets. May take more than an hour if traffic piles up.
Well, that's way too long. I was going to tell you in person, but let's get it over with right here online.
Huh? What's this about?
I want you out of the house ASAP.
Excuse me? You're kicking me out of my own home? Dad passed away, for God's sake.
Yeah, okay. Take a few days to mourn then. But I want you out by the end of the month.
Seems a bit sudden. Can you explain why? I mean, the timing and all. Nobody to take care of Dad anymore, so you kick me out?
Yeah, well, you're certainly not the brightest bulb of the lot, so I suppose I have to explain it all to you in the simplest of terms. First off, I want you to reject all claims to your father's inheritance.
Dad's inheritance? Do we really have to talk about that now? Shouldn't we hold off on that for now? I mean, in respect to Dad, now's not the time, Mom.
We're family, so I don't think all that matters. Your father is gone, and we no longer need a nurse to take care of him.
So, you want me to give up all claims to Dad's inheritance and just leave, is that it?
That's right. You have no job, so you took it on yourself to look after your father as a nurse for the sole purpose of gaining an upper hand when it comes to splitting the inheritance. Well, sorry to break this to you, but that's not going to happen.
Wait. Are you saying I'm unemployed?
Yeah, you were constantly going on about how it was so hard taking care of your father that you had no time for work. I knew what you were scheming all this time. I bet you were hoping to just keep on living here rent-free. But no way that's going to happen. Just refuse any claim to the inheritance and get out of the house by the end of the month.
This is too much to contemplate right now. We can talk later after I get home.
Pardon me?
Mom, you're acting as if you've achieved some kind of decisive victory or something, but I get to stay at least till the end of the month, right? You do realize that it takes time to do all the paperwork for this inheritance stuff. We can't just talk about it over a line and be done with it. It's more complicated than that, and it takes time.
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Okay then, I'm on my way back right now. Hey Dave, thanks for coming to my father's funeral today.
Sandy, you must be tired from all the hard work today.
Sorry about this. Why is it that we only meet on such occasions? We really should date under different circumstances, lol.
Don't worry about it. I knew what I was getting into when I started going out with you. So, does this mean we're over the hard part and things will be normal going forward?
Yes, I suppose so.
What do you plan to do from now on? I know you don't want to go and live with your mom.
Yes, as I mentioned before, she's really not my mom. She's my stepmom. Dad married her like 10 or 12 years ago. I just call her mom out of courtesy.
So does that mean you have to start looking for a place to live?
Yeah, that's why I contacted you. My stepmom, wants me out of the house by the end of the month.
You're not serious, really?
She also wants me to refuse all claim to my father's inheritance.
For real? What kind of person is she? Your father just passed away, for Pete's sake. You took care of your dad for almost 10 years. She didn't lift a finger to help, and she has the gall to make such demands.
Yeah, well, I really don't care about that. I was always planning to move out anyway. As a matter of fact, I was making preparations to move all these years. And about the inheritance, I never expected to receive anything.
Yeah, you told me, but to believe that yourself and to have someone say to your face, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
All good? You make it sound so simple.
That aside, I contacted you for a little advice. I know you work in real estate, so I figured you would be the best person to talk to.
Got my advice on real estate.
Yeah. We can talk more about it when we meet up. Do you have some time this week?
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll keep my evenings open, so when you have time, give me a holler and we can meet up.
Right. Thanks, Dave.
Hey, Sandy, I know you're seeing this. It's the last day of the month. Are you all packed and ready to move out? You better be. It would be great if you could move out today.
Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, I was gonna leave later this afternoon.
I know you're well aware of the situation, but just so you are crystal clear about it, the entire inheritance, it all belongs to me. You do understand that, right?
We did all the paperwork together, remember? I wish you would quit reminding me about it every time we talk. Also, I don't plan on coming back to this house ever again.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's good to hear. I'm surprised you were able to move out on such short notice. Did you find a live-in job or something? Bet it's some sort of live-in maid or nursing job. I guess that's all you're good for.
The moving people are going to get here pretty soon, so I better get ready. Yeah, I'm going to take Dad's ashes. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, whatever. You're not going to ask me to help you move now, are you? Sorry, but I don't have the time. Your father left me a little play money, so I think I will go have a little fun downtown. LOL. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have reverted to my maiden name, so I have zero connections to your family and relatives. We are total strangers now, just so you know, LOL. You are no longer my daughter, just a stranger.
Oh, okay, no problem.
If you have any financial problems in the future, I don't want you coming to me for help.
Yeah, I get it. Buzz, buzz.
Sandy, what's this about? They told me they are going to sell this house and they want me out of it ASAP? What the hell is going on? This is my house. Nobody can kick me out.
Hello, Mom. Helen. It's been a while.
Excuse me?
It is Helen, right? We're not related or anything. Seems weird calling you Mom. Do you have a problem moving out of that house?
Of course there's a problem. Why do I have to move out of my own house, for God's sake?
But you submitted those papers. You reverted to your maiden name, and you have nothing to do with our family anymore, right?
But I inherited all of your father's inheritance. Nobody can demand that I move out of this house. This house is mine.
That's strange. That can't be right. That house has been in my name for the past 8 years. I own the deed to that house.
Wait, what did you just say?
It was about the time that my father's health deteriorated and he would need care for years to come. My income at the time was pretty stable, so Dad had the deed to the house put in my name.
Pardon me?
I recall we talked about this with the lawyers present years ago.
Are you nuts? You're not employed.
I'm surprised you didn't know, actually. I am employed. Self-employed, that is. I'm a writer.
A writer? What are you talking about?
I don't want to brag or anything, but I have royalty payments, enough to live on. Making monthly payments is actually not a problem.
Royalty payments?
It was hard being a writer and also taking care of my dad, but by the time Dad needed regular care, my royalty payments were quite substantial, and so it wasn't such a burden. It wasn't easy, don't get me wrong, but I made it through those years.
Are you serious?
What I really wanted to talk about is the house. If you plan on living there, well, you're gonna have to start paying rent. If that's what you want, we need to draw up some paperwork, lease agreement and all.
Pay rent? How much is rent?
I talked to a local real estate agent, and he told me the average rent for that area is about $2,000 a month.
Are you serious? $2,000? I can't pay that much. I checked his bank account, my inheritance, and there was only $20,000 in there. I was expecting 10 times as much. What a total letdown.
Oh, now I remember. When we were all talking with the lawyer, you were only half listening to his explanation. I recall the lawyer saying it was only about $20,000.
My mind was somewhere else at the time. I was set on buying this one collector's item I was eyeing for a long time. I couldn't believe that he only had $20,000 in his account. What's going on?
Well, you have to consider that I nursed him for 10 years. All that adds up, you know. My dad worked his way up to a district manager, but was forced to retire when he got sick. All his nursing care was paid for using his savings. That also paid for your living expenses. You were a housewife all those years, so no income.
Excuse me? No wonder there was only $20,000 left in his account. That can't be right. So, that's all that's left?
All I can say is, you better make that $20,000 last as long as possible, or find a job ASAP. You're still in your 40s. You could find a job quite easily at your age.
I used all that up already. That was gone as soon as I got hold of it.
Excuse me? You spent it already?
Yeah, I bought some nice bags and went on that trip last week. Plus, I went out on the town a few times. I had no idea that I only had $20,000. I used my credit card without thinking, and when I realized it, I was overdrawn. My card was rejected.
Oh, I see.
What the hell am I going to do from now on?
All I'm asking is that you move out of that house, that's all. I don't recall you ever acting like my mother.
Pardon me?
When I was in school, you never gave me any allowance. I made do with my part-time job at the library. As for meals, like dinner, it was me or my father that prepared it practically every night. And you know what? I don't recall one time you ever cooked for us. I did all the house chores too, like the laundry, and I even mowed the lawn in the summer. And what's more, you never bothered to take care of my dad all those years. After all, these years of doing nothing, can you still call yourself my mother? It was me that held this family together, if I can even call it a family.
Sandy, can we talk about this? I mean, after all.
The lease runs out at the end of the month, so I suggest you start packing, unless you want to rent the place.
Oh, I have an idea. Let me live with you until I work things out. We are family. It's the least you can do. What do you say?
I'm sorry, that's impossible.
Excuse me? Why?
Well, because I'm living with my boyfriend now.
A boyfriend? Are you serious? When did you get a boyfriend?
I better get going. I have a lot to do today.
Wait, Sandy, let's talk this through. I have nowhere to go. I don't even have a hometown or relatives to go back to. Sandy, are you still there? Are you serious? Did you already block me? Please, Sandy, help me out here.
My dad saw all this coming and urged me to use his savings as I saw fit. My stepmom continued to stay at the house, thinking she had the right. But once she learned from our lawyer that she was illegally trespassing on private property and she'd be charged with a crime, she got out of there pretty quickly. I heard she found a live-in job somewhere out of state. But all those years of living off my father and not working, things apparently didn't go so smoothly. On the first day of her job, she came in late and continued to do so numerous times afterwards. She certainly didn't make any friends. On the other hand, she couldn't understand why she was being shunned. I can't imagine the stress she's going through. But what makes it even worse is that she borrowed money from some disreputable sources, and I hear she's in really hot water.